Hi, this is Miranda from My Scrappy Life, and welcome back to the channel. I am so happy to be back to doing Shimmerz paints, and you know that if you do put my name in the comments that you get a freebie with your purchase. So what I am going to be doing today is that I'm kind of scrap lifting myself. I was going through and I was like, what can I do? What inspiration can I do? And I happened to find one where I did some brayer style, and I switched some paint around and then put the pictures on top, and then I had some sequence because I know that that was for like another layout or another like another project, right? So if you don't know, Shimmerz paints actually has sequences, and I went through it, and you'll see me, I purchased a bunch of them so that I have them to be able to use them within my layouts when I use Shimmerz paints, and then just in general, right? So I ended up getting out all of them, kind of showed them through. You can see them peeking in the corner right there, but then I decided, you know, and then I went through and figured out which ones. So the three colors that I am using right here on my paper is the Shimmerz Bumblby, which is the one I'm using, and then I have Shimmerz Colder Than Ice, and then Shimmerz Wisteria Lane. Now the Wisteria Lane is a purple, the other one is a blue, and then obviously the yellow. The flowers that I have is I needed a little bit of a different color in the middle. So my flowers are pretty much yellow, purple, and like bluish tones. And you can tell I really, truly, 100% being transparent, I used close to my heart paper, and I did some gesso, and I was like loosely on the gesso. I did not care if it seeped in, if it didn't. I wanted that flat textured base on my layout just to give it a little bit of something. So I did take the splatters, and I wanted to have splatters, and there is the background. Now I do bring it in. I've been really loving the new, well, it's kind of new right now. It's the February Hip Kit collection. And I've used this for almost, since I've gotten it, all of the rest of the photos that I have from Lake Constant. It's the Island of the Flowers. And this is the last photos that I have of that. This is it. And I absolutely love how this layout turns out and how this matched up really well with all of the flowers and stuff that I have. Now, I do have 3 more trips to do for this area, or for like this trip, because we went there like 3 or 4 different times. The first time was to go see the sea. They had like sea creatures and all of that, and we just wanted to kind of get the lay of the land, right? And then the second time we went down, we went to Monkey Mountain. They have literally this area that is enclosed, and it's all about the monkeys, and you can feed the monkeys, you can look at the monkeys, and all of that fun stuff. And then the last time we went here was the flowers. And so I was like, you know what? I started there, and I think I'll probably do the monkeys next, and then go from there. So I did this thing where I did 2 color tones on the top. So I took the colors, I matched the colors of the 3 from the strips. That's why I pulled in these 3 colors, because 1, it'll match all of the other things I pull out, but then 2, it'll match the strips that I have too, right? And then of course it matches the flowers. It just matches perfectly. Now, while you really can't see, but in my still shots, you'll really see how the colors pull out. So I decided to use all of the chipboards because I have yet to do that. Pull out any of the chipboards that came with this collection. It was like their Valentine's Day one, right? Like their lovey-dovey style. And I thought that this would work perfect because 1, I do love flowers, so it works out well to use the title Love. And then just pulling in these other brighter, bolder colors for it to stand out with a lighter colored background. And that was my goal, and I felt like I pretty well achieved it. And then, of course, in the chipboards, I found a bunch of florals and pots and all of that. And we would go in Europe. The one thing I love about Europe is that a lot of the farmers or a lot of members of the community would use their areas and build wildflowers, and you went out and cut them and then you gave them money. They would tell you like €1, €2 or whatever, right? And so that is what I absolutely love about Europe. Like you just don't find that anywhere here. So I'm placing all of these little chipboard hearts and all of that. So now I pull out the sequence mix. The 2 sequence mix, one of them is Frozen Friendz, which is that one I'm digging out of right now. And the other one doesn't have a name on it. But if it's available, I will link it down below. Their sequence mixes are really... I love them. I got a lot of them, and when I got them in, I really like what they put in them, like the textures and the different sizing and all of that, and it works out. For me, they're perfect. I love them. So I am using 2 of those. Now you can see that I have the rest there. I think they've got like they've got a good bid. I think I purchased like 10 or 11 sets, and they're very reasonable. I love them. So if you're not wanting Shimmerz, or you're not quite sure what to use for paints, you can obviously see here that a little bit of gesso and a little bit of paint, and it cleans up well. Like you guys know, I'm a clean scrapbooker, so I clean up as I go. But their stuff is just perfect. And here I am, I'm just placing these sequences all over. Like I'm trying to do some monochromatic, and then I add some of the other color tones in there to make it work right. And then I do also make sure that I come in with my black pen. All right, so then all of the sequence, I'm taking the little pen around, and I'm going to outline everything just to give that little bit of extra texture to it without adding too much to it. So make sure that you go check out everybody. Make sure that you like and subscribe to the channel. We would love to have you. Make sure that you check out all of the links will be down below to all of the products that I am using here today, along with social media accounts, all of that fun stuff. The still shots are coming up. Make sure that you are staying safe. Have a wonderful day, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.